Just say these 7 words and you will attract all the women you want. Stoicism, the Stoic hub. What if I told you that 5 simple words spoken at just the right moment could completely transform how women perceive you? These aren't the tired pickup lines or overused compliments that fail to leave an impression. No, these are 3 words that, when spoken with purpose and timing, can create an undeniable connection. Leaving a woman intrigued, drawn to you and wanting more too often. Men make the mistake of trying too hard. They overthink, over-explain, and chase after approval. But here's the truth. The foundation of attraction isn't about talking endlessly or seeking validation. It's about embodying mystery, displaying unshakable confidence, and delivering emotional depth. The key isn't just in what you say, but how your words make her feel. The right 5 words delivered with the right energy can flip the switch in a woman's mind. They can make her see you in a new light, even if she was initially indifferent. These words will spark curiosity, make her think about you, and without fail, draw her closer. The beauty of these words is their effortless power. No need for tricks or desperate attempts, just pure magnetic. So what are these 5 words, and how can you deliver them in a way that captures instant attraction? Quote, to reflect true love is not about perfection, but about seeing each other as we are and finding beauty in the imperfections. Ancient wisdom, one, the spark that triggers attraction. Attraction, in its essence, is not grounded in logic. It thrives in the realm of emotion. A woman doesn't become drawn to a man based on a checklist of attributes, but rather because of the way he makes her feel in that moment. It's a dynamic that transcends reasoning. It's about energy connection and the ability to evoke emotion. That's why the first word in this 5-word formula is carefully chosen to spark instant intrigue, just like making eye contact across a crowded room. It's a word that grabs attention and shifts the entire energy between 2 people. That the word is imagine. Though it may seem like a simple word, the power of imagine is undeniable. When you use it, you aren't just speaking, you're guiding her mind, activating her emotions, curiosity, and desire all at once. Think about it. When someone tells you to imagine something, your brain immediately starts visualizing it. It pulls you into a story, a scene. This is exactly how attraction begins before a woman realizes what's happening. Her emotions are being stirred by leading her to imagine. You pull her into an emotional experience, setting the stage for deeper connection and chemistry. This is where logic falls short and emotion takes center stage. Imagine using imagine in your conversation rather than relying on the usual transactional questions like, what do you do for fun? Instead, you could say, imagine this, you and I on a beach. No distractions, just the sound of the waves and good conversation. What's the first thing you'd want to talk about? This small shift in words is transformative. It's no longer a dry question about hobbies. It's an invitation to a shared experience. Even if it's just a playful hypothetical scenario, you're not just asking about her preferences. You're involving her in a story, allowing her to feel something before she's even thought about it. It becomes less about analyzing her and more about creating an emotional bond that she can't ignore. When you say, imagine, you're not just filling the space with words, you're suggesting a future, an adventure, or an experience. Attraction isn't about impressing her with who you are now. It's about allowing her to envision what it could be like when she's with you. It's about giving her a taste of what's possible. This shift in focus from what is to what could be plants a seed in her mind that grows long after the conversation is over. And that's how you stand out. That's how you become the man. She can't stop thinking about an interesting psychological trick. To note is that when a person is invited to imagine something, they subconsciously feel like it's their idea. It's the subtle power of giving someone the freedom to explore their own thoughts. When a woman imagines a moment with you, she no longer feels as though you're trying to impress her. Instead, it becomes something that feels personal to her, a world that she's choosing to enter. This feeling of control, even if it's just imaginary, makes all the difference in the way she perceives you. It's that sense of agency, of being invited into a world rather than being told what to do, that creates lasting attraction. So the next time you want to make a lasting impression, remember the magic of Imagine. It's not about being the perfect man, but about creating an experience, evoking emotions, and letting her envision a future with you. You'll be surprised by the power of one simple word when used in the right way. Attraction, after all, is a dance of emotions, not logic, as famous philosopher Aristotle once said, "The energy of the mind is the essence of life. By sparking her imagination, you're tapping into the essence of what makes connection possible. Try it out and watch how it changes the way she looks at you." And as always, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. How has Imagine worked for you in your conversations? If you found this valuable, comment below and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom comment. To remember, I create lasting attraction with my words. 2, the emotional hook that keeps her interested. My friend, here's where the old Stoic wisdom meets modern psychological mastery. You see, attraction isn't about flashy words or rehearsed lines. It's about making a woman feel something real. And that brings us to one of the most overlooked yet powerful words in the English language. Because while it may seem plain on the surface, beneath it lies a psychological mechanism that quietly triggers emotional connection. Because it isn't just a word, it's a reason, a bridge that links what you say to why it matters. Think about it. When you give a woman a compliment, it's nice. But when you explain why you said it, her emotional brain leans in. This isn't just theory, it's backed by hard science. A famous Harvard study tested how people respond to the word. Because when someone asked to cut in line at a copy machine with a plain request, "Can I use the copy machine?" 60% said yes. But when they added, "Because I need to make copies," suddenly 93% agreed. The reason didn't even matter, it was obvious. But our brains are wired to crave justification. That's the secret. And if it works on strangers in a line, imagine what it can do when you're having a meaningful conversation with a woman. So how do you use this in real life? You stop speaking in vague flattery and start speaking in reasoned emotion. Don't just tell her you're beautiful, tell her you're beautiful, because your eyes have this calm focus that makes everything around you feel steady. Don't say, "I like spending time with you." Say, "I like spending time with you because your presence feels peaceful." And that's rare. These are not just words. These are experiences you give her. And when you do that, she begins to associate those feelings with you. That's how deep attraction forms, not with charm, but with truth, wrapped in intention. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When your thoughts are deep, your words gain depth. And women feel that, especially women of substance. This is not about manipulation. This is about clarity and intention. When you're clear about why you feel something and you say it, you invite her to trust you, not just because of what you said, but because of the reason behind it. The Stoics believed in logic, but they also understood emotion. A man of wisdom doesn't suppress his emotion. He channels it. He chooses words that reflect what is true, not what sounds good. And when a woman senses that her interest isn't just sparked, it stays in a world full of surface-level conversations your use of, because cuts through the noise and offers something deeper. So next time you speak, let your words not just state, but explain. Let her feel that what you say isn't random, it's rooted in something thoughtful. And that's where the magic happens. As Epictetus wisely said, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. If you want to be a man who attracts with substance, then speak with substance, speak with reason, speak with purpose, and start by mastering one of the simplest, most powerful tools you've had all along. Because if this resonates with you, share your thoughts below what's a because statement that's worked for you, or maybe one you're ready to try. Let's get wiser together. 3, the closer that seals the connection in the art of attraction. The third word is the key that locks everything into place, ensuring that the connection between you and the woman you're interested in goes deeper than surface-level charm. This word together isn't just about physical proximity. It's about building a shared experience, creating a bond that feels natural and future-oriented. When you use the word together, you aren't just inviting her into your world, you're inviting her to imagine a future where both of you are intertwined. This subtle shift is powerful. While most people think of relationships as a me versus you. Dynamic saying together encourages her to think in terms of us. It's not about the individual anymore, but the connection that exists between two people, for example. Instead of telling her, I enjoy spending time with you, shift the focus to, I love how we are together. It's a small change, but it shifts the conversation from me to us, making her feel that there is a deeper, more meaningful connection in the making. The same applies when you say, you and I together make everything more fun, rather than merely complimenting her individually. Notice the subtlety in this approach. There's no pressure, no direct declarations, just a smooth, easy acknowledgement of the joy that comes from being in each other's company. It's this kind of low-key yet powerful phrasing that begins to reframe the dynamic. When she hears together, her brain starts associating you with positive emotions, excitement, fun, and a sense of unity over time. She starts looking forward to those moments spent together, not just because of her attraction to you, but because she craves the emotional energy and connection that you bring into her life. And that's when the shift happens. The point where she starts to miss you when you're not around. The power of together doesn't just make her feel good in the moment, it plants the seed for a deeper emotional connection that she won't be able to ignore through this simple yet profound phrase. You are laying the foundation for something far greater than fleeting attraction. You're setting the stage for a meaningful, lasting bond, one that she'll find herself drawn to time and time again. And in today's world where everything can feel transactional and fleeting, creating this kind of deep connection can set you apart as someone truly special, not just in her eyes, but in her heart as well. Comment together is where true connection begins. For the word feel, emotional anchoring, that women can't resist. The word feel is a powerful tool in the hands of a man who understands the art of connection. Too often men get caught up in the words they say, but let me remind you, women remember how you make them feel more than anything you could possibly say. That's why the fourth word in our 5-word formula is feel. When you use this word, you're not simply talking, you're anchoring her emotions. You're shifting the conversation from the logical brain into the emotional core where true connection lives. It's not about saying something clever, it's about stirring something deep inside her. Let me make this clear. Emotional resonance is far more powerful than intellectual exchange. Think about it instead of saying, that was a great dinner, try this. I love how you made me feel tonight. Calm, present, real in this simple shift. You've moved from just acknowledging an event to acknowledging the emotional impact she had on you. You've taken a fleeting moment and turned it into a lasting memory. And that is what makes you unforgettable. When you emphasize how she made you feel, you are positioning yourself as someone who understands the power of emotion and depth. You are showing that you value not just what she does, but who she is. This is not manipulation, it's emotional awareness at its finest. The Stoics, the true masters of emotional wisdom, understood this principle. They didn't suppress their emotions, they mastered them. They understood that true strength doesn't come from avoiding emotion, but from controlling it and using it to build real, meaningful connections. And that is exactly what Feel for You. It taps into that ancient wisdom in a way that's relevant today. It makes you authentic, it makes you human. You see, men can impress with what they do, but they connect with how they make her feel. You can show strength, ambition, and drive, but those things alone won't keep her coming back to you. The gravity of emotion, the emotional depth you bring into your interactions is what creates a lasting bond. And let me tell you, that bond, it's magnetic. She'll feel drawn to you because emotional depth is rare today. Women crave it. They don't just want a man who can impress them with words or actions. They want a man who can make them feel something real, something profound. And when you understand this, you've unlocked the secret to irresistible attraction. The greatest men of history, those who knew how to captivate the hearts of women, understood that a simple word could make all the difference. Fill is that word. It cuts through the noise. It sets you apart from the crowd in the world today, where so many men lead with empty words and shallow gestures. Being able to communicate emotional depth makes you stand out. Women will remember how you made them feel far more than anything you said, and that emotional connection, that depth will be what keeps her interested. So let's make this clear. If you want to attract all the women you desire, don't focus solely on your actions or your words. Focus on how you make her feel. Speak with emotional awareness. Anchor her emotions with a simple yet powerful word, feel. Use it wisely and watch as the women in your life are irresistibly drawn to you again and again. And remember, when you make her feel, you're not just capturing her attention, you're building a connection that will last. If you're ready to embrace this wisdom, if you're ready to make every word count, comment below with the words, "I'm ready." Let's dive into more of this powerful Stoic hub together. And don't forget to subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The journey to mastering your emotions and becoming a man who attracts with true power starts now. 5. The word now. The Stoic power of the present moment. The 5th word now may seem simple, but its power is anything but ordinary. It encapsulates the profound principle of living in the present moment, which is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, wisely stated, "Confine yourself to the present." Why is this so crucial? Because life in all its richness and vitality is experienced in the here and now. The past is already gone and the future is uncertain, but the present, this very moment, is where true connection occurs, where we truly live. When you incorporate the word now into a conversation with a woman, you immediately pull her into the present moment. You aren't caught up in reminiscing about past experiences or worrying about the future. You focus entirely on her, creating a sense of intensity and presence that is palpable. By using this one word, you anchor both of you in the moment, building a subtle yet powerful connection that cuts through all the noise and distractions around you. For example, you could say right now, "I'm really enjoying how effortless it is to talk to you," or "now feels like one of those moments you don't want to end." These simple phrases may seem unassuming, but they have a profound effect. They ground her in the moment, make her feel seen and safe, and allow her to experience a sense of emotional intimacy that goes beyond the superficial. It's the kind of energy that stimulates the senses and creates an undeniable bond between you in today's fast-paced world, where people are constantly distracted by technology work and 1,000 other obligations. Being present is a rare and invaluable gift. Most people are so caught up in the hustle of life that they miss the magic of the present moment. But when you master the art of focusing on now, you stop being just another guy going through the motions. You become a man who exudes a sense of calm and purpose, someone who truly understands the power of presence, and this energy, it's magnetic. It draws people in, leaving a lasting impression that's hard to forget. In real life, mastering the present moment can have a transformative effect on your relationships, not just with women, but with everyone around you. When you focus on the now, you become more attuned to the needs and emotions of others. You listen more intently, respond more thoughtfully, and create deeper, more meaningful connections. This is how true influence is built, not through manipulative tactics or clever words, but through the power of being fully present. When you practice this, you stand apart from the crowd, offering something far more valuable than words alone: your full, undivided attention. This is the kind of energy that makes you unforgettable. As the great philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Let go of the worries about what's next and embrace the now. The more you embody this mindset, the more attractive you become, not just to women, but to everyone who craves genuine, unhurried connection. If you want to attract the right people, be the man who lives in the moment. The rest will follow. So I encourage you to try this next time you're in a conversation. Make a conscious effort to be present, to say now, and ground yourself in the moment. Notice how it shifts the energy, and remember, the more you practice this, the more magnetic you'll become. Leave your thoughts below. Well, what does now mean to you, and how do you experience it in your life? You're already ahead by embracing the present moment. Comment below. I choose to live in the now and attract the right connections. 6. The word confidence, the magnet of attraction. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess, and yet it's often misunderstood. Confidence is not about arrogance or pretending to be something you're not. It's not about showing off or seeking attention. True confidence is rooted in self-assurance and inner peace. It comes from a place of being comfortable in your own skin, understanding your worth, and not needing to prove anything to anyone. When you use the word confidence in conversation, you're not just telling a woman that you're sure of yourself. You're showing her through your actions, body language, and the way you speak that you have complete trust in your own abilities. You're displaying emotional strength. This is a trait that's magnetic because it reflects a man who isn't seeking approval or validation. Instead, you're embodying a strong sense of self, which makes you attractive in an entirely different way. For instance, instead of saying, "I think I can handle this," say, "I've got this." That small change in phrasing shifts the dynamic. It's no longer about questioning yourself, there's certainty. And with certainty comes a sense of power that is hard to ignore. The beauty of confidence is that it doesn't require any external validation. It doesn't depend on others seeing you as special. It's simply about knowing your own value. And this, my friend, is what women are drawn to. Confidence also opens up space for vulnerability. It's the paradoxical nature of confidence. It doesn't require you to be invincible. It just asks you to be real. Confidence gives you the strength to show your true self, and that in turn invites deeper connection. Women want to feel like they're interacting with a man who is comfortable in his own skin, someone who can stand tall even in the face of adversity. When you exude confidence, you become a pillar of strength and stability in her world. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Confidence is the result of this freedom. Freedom from seeking validation. Freedom from the opinions of others. When you stop caring about external validation and simply focus on being your authentic self, you unlock the kind of attraction that cannot be faked or manufactured. Confidence is magnetic, and it's one of the most powerful tools you can wield when you want to capture a woman's attention and admiration. 7. The word trust, the foundation of true connection. Trust is the cornerstone of any successful relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, or professional. But in the art of attraction, trust goes beyond the typical definition. It's not just about keeping promises or being reliable. Trust also encompasses emotional trust. It's about creating an environment where a woman feels safe, seen, and valued. Trust builds emotional intimacy, which is essential for creating a deeper connection that goes beyond surface-level attraction. When you use the word trust in your conversations, you're doing more than just offering reassurance. You're making an unspoken promise to create a safe space where both of you can be vulnerable and authentic. This isn't just about saying the word trust. It's about embodying it through your actions, words, and presence. Trust is built over time, but it can also be sparked in an instant through subtle gestures that show you're a person who can be counted on. For example, instead of saying, "I won't let you down," try saying, "I trust you." By using this word, you're not only giving her confidence in you, but you're also showing her that you trust her in return. This mutual exchange of trust forms the basis for emotional connection. When she feels that you trust her, she's more likely to trust you back, leading to an authentic bond that is not easily broken in the realm of Stoicism. Trust is intertwined with virtue. Marcus Aurelius taught us that we are not in control of external events, but we are in control of how we respond. When you cultivate trust, you show that you are dependable and consistent. No matter what life throws your way, this stability is attractive because it provides emotional security, a rare and invaluable commodity in today's fast-paced world. Trust also goes hand in hand with integrity. When your words and actions align, trust is naturally built. Women can sense when you're genuine, and they can also detect when you're being insincere. But when you operate from a place of true integrity, your words carry weight. They trust that you'll follow through, that you'll protect their hearts, and that you'll be a stable presence in their life. As the Stoics understood, trust in oneself and others is not about blind faith. It's about cultivating wisdom, consistency, and reliability. So the next time you want to create a deeper connection with a woman, remember that trust is not just a word, but a bond. Speak with integrity, act with purpose, and create an environment where trust can flourish. That's how you build lasting attraction, a connection rooted in emotional security and mutual respect. Hey there, my friend, I hope you found this Stoic wisdom valuable. Remember, the key to attracting the right woman is about strength, confidence, and knowing exactly what to say when the moment counts. Stoicism isn't just about self-discipline. It's about being the man who naturally draws respect and admiration. So if you want to stay ahead of the game and keep growing, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the powerful secrets that can put you miles ahead of other men. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay stoic, and keep them chasing.